I am Chef Ann Atanasio of CCA Manila. And today, for Landmark.ph, the kitchen series, we will be making a special dessert called Apple Betty Crumble a la mode. So what is Apple Betty Crumble a la mode, diba? Imagine warm apple pie with buttery crumble and then paired with vanilla ice cream. So super perfect for the summer weather, kaya halika na, simulan na natin to. Okay, for the ingredients, let's start with the crumbs, diba? We will be using gray ham crushed or crushed gray ham, and then 1/4 cup of melted butter. We will melt this later, ha? And then for the filling, of course, we have here 5 to 6 pieces of apples, diced, okay? This is soaked in water with a little bit of lemon juice para hindi siya mag-brown, okay? And then we have here brown sugar, and then 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, which we will dilute later in water. And of course, our McCormick cinnamon to make our Apple Betty McCrumble extra special, okay? And then of course, for the crumble or the buttery crumble, I have here chilled butter, a little bit of flour, sugar, and then some instant oats. Later, I'll show you kung saan natin yun ilalagay. So yan ang mga ingredients natin na gagamitin. We can start. Okay, so for the crust, again, I have here my crushed gray ham. I'm gonna transfer it in a bowl. Yan. And then, I have here my melted butter. Okay? So, the melted butter, I'm gonna pour it on my crushed gray ham. Yan. Basically, I'm just combining the gray ham and the melted butter. Okay? The melted butter will serve as the binder of our crushed gray ham. So, once you feel that it's incorporated well, or they're well combined already, okay, we can transfer it in our Pyrex dish, okay? It's just mga around 8 to 9 inches in diameter, okay, 2 inches in width. Okay na to, or whatever you have at home, just it has to be oven safe, okay? A dish that you can put inside the oven. Okay, so I'm gonna pour my crushed gray ham and melted butter, and then I'll show you a technique, okay? So I have here like a lid of a can or anything that is flat that I can use to push my crumbs at the bottom of my pan. Ayan, diba? Mas madali, diba? Para siksik na siksik. O, diba? Super bilis. Tapos na. So we can set this aside, or if you will take a little bit longer with cooking your apples, you can put this in the chiller. Okay, so and then the next step, we will be making the filling. Okay, so for the filling, okay, so we have here our diced apples soaked in lemon water. Bakit? Para wag mangitim. Okay, but we will not use the water, how we need to drain this. And then, I'm gonna put the apples in a medium pot. There you go. And then my brown sugar. Okay. So you just give this a quick stir. The sugar, if you want it sweeter, you can add more, okay? And then, of course, our McCormick cinnamon, okay? Diba? Very, very, ano yun eh? It's a distinct flavor when it comes to anything with apples. Diba? You put cinnamon. So, I'm gonna put just a little bit. Again, with the cinnamon and with the sugar, it depends how strong you want them or how sweet you want your filling. Ako, I want it with lots of cinnamon. You will notice that your mixture will be a little bit watery because the water will be coming from the apples. Okay, especially I think we have here Fuji apples, which tends to get a little bit watery. If you don't want that, or another option is Granny Smith apples or your green apples. They're much better for apple pie filling. Fuji apples, pwede naman, no problem. And then of course I have here 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And of course, with cornstarch, you want to dilute this in a little bit of water. So I'm gonna put around 1/4 cup. We need cornstarch to thicken the liquid of our filling. It's very important. So I'm just gonna pour this here and just continue cooking just until the sauce thickens, but not too thick. Because once we put this in the oven, it will continue to cook and it will continue to thicken. So we don't want to thicken this 100%. I'm gonna show you what we are aiming for when it comes to thickness. I'm gonna lower the heat As you can see, the sauce has thickened. So there. We're done with the filling. Okay, so for the filling, we will transfer it in our prepared crust. Okay, so yan. Tignan natin kung tamang-tama yung measurement ng apples. So basically, you just want to pour this on top of the crust. It's nice and velvety. I can smell the cinnamon. I don't want it very, very sweet kasi again, we will be eating this or we will be pairing this with vanilla ice cream. So medyo i-balance lang natin yung sweetness, di ba? I have here chilled butter. It is very, very important that your butter is chilled to achieve that crumbly texture, okay? So I have here first my flour. I'll get my chilled butter. And then using a fork, you just want to cut it into your flour like that, okay? You don't want to break it in such a way that it will become mushy because that will not create a crumbly texture, okay? So yan, you can see the crumbs. You can see pieces of butter, okay? Walang paste, para lang siyang merong mga pira-piraso ng butter. At this point, you can add your oats and your white sugar. If you're a fan of like almonds or walnuts, you can add it here. It's also nice to put desiccated coconut. I personally like that. It is advisable to use your hands, okay, to break your butter like so. So look at what I'm doing. I'm breaking the butter and at the same time combining all of the ingredients. What if we put a little bit of cinnamon? Diba? Why not? Just to give it like extra flavor. Para may cinnamon na sa filling, may cinnamon pa sa crumble. Why not? Diba? Sprinkle it on top of our apple pie or apple Betty crumble. And to make it again extra special, I like putting sea salt flakes. Para diba yung tamis alat, meron siyang ganong factor. Yun. So just a little bit, not too much because you don't want naman your apple Betty crumble to be maalat. Then after this, we will pop this in the oven for around 20 to 30 minutes or just until it's bubbling and your crumble is nice and golden. So this is our finished product, our apple Betty crumble a la mode. I am so excited to try. Halika na, kumuha na tayo. Okay? Yan. Kuha tayo. Yan. Tapos, lalagay natin sa platito. Yan. Tapos, syempre, since a la mode, dapat may vanilla ice cream or any flavor of ice cream na gusto ninyo. So yan, put it on top. There you go. It's looking really, really good. Yan. O, diba? I'm so excited to try. Perfect for the summer. Diba? A la mode kasi with ice cream. Tapos, lasang-lasa ko yung cinnamon. Very velvety yung naging arrive niya dito sa apple Betty crumble natin. Diba? Anyways, again guys, all the ingredients that we use for this recipe, you can get it online sa landmark.ph, your online supermarket.